Hey folks, Ron here. Thanks for tuning in for another adventure. I want to say up front, if you like the content, you like my channel, please subscribe. I love getting new subscribers every couple of days or every day, but please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit the little bell icon next to the subscription button and you'll be notified as to when I post. Let's see, where did I park now? Libet. Okay, Libet. And also, please give the channel likes. I would really appreciate that more than everything. And comment in the comment section if you see fit. I don't have to say that because everybody does all the time anyway. Today, I'm in a minute. By the way, all the streets around here have no parking. It's like not just this street, Havenhurst. All the streets. I can say Havenhurst as the Michael Jackson family address, or this is the house where Michael Jackson lived till he was 30 years old. I can say that because the house was known as Havenhurst. It's not a secret. You see how busy a street it is. It comes from up in the hills behind us down to Ventura Boulevard. Ventura Boulevard is the main thoroughfare in the San Fernando Valley. In the valley, I haven't been to the valley in a long time, in a while, and it goes down to Ventura Boulevard there where things really get crowded. Got to put these on so I can see because they're prescription. But I wonder if that's a security car up there. I don't know if the Jackson family still live here. Any of them do, because you look in public records and it acts like the property doesn't exist. But I know it does. I was also here the day Michael Jackson died. And first I went to the house where he died. I wasn't doing YouTube in 2009, but I just went at the time after work. And Beverly Hills was close to where I worked. I worked in Beverly Hills, so it was very close to where I worked. His death site, and I also have a vlog on that. And then I came up to the valley. This is the valley, right over the hill. And no, this is the house, I think. And I did this site as well. I did the family house. Now, Michael Jackson lived at this house, quote-unquote Havenhurst house, until he was 30 years old. 1988, he moved to Neverland Ranch. But there's only two places he ever lived. So, well, except for Gary, Indiana, when he was a kid. See all the private property signs there? Maybe somebody will come out and tell me to leave. I don't know. Like I said, don't know if they still live here, because you look it up in public records if you can get to them, and it doesn't tell you a damn thing. Now, the day Michael Jackson died, those gates were that big black gate. There's actually two parcels put together. They bought the house. The family bought it, I think, in 1971. But they put those two parcels together to form this property. Look at all those cameras. I don't know if you can see them, but there's at least two cameras I'm looking at on that big top of that big black gate. Maybe they still live there, the family. I don't know. You'd know better than me, folks. Some of you. And that gate was open the day he died, and you could see in there was like a big clock on top of what looked like a big barn over there. So evidently there was lakes there, and it kind of was made to look like a little bit of Disneyland. And knowing Michael Jackson, it's not really surprising, is it? But I don't know if they have the property next door there too. They might. That's actually a different address. But the big black gate and the cameras, that is it. And unfortunately, of course, that's all we're going to see. We can't hope to see more than that. What's amazing is how close it is to Ventura Boulevard down there, which, like I said, is the main thoroughfare. So look, Michael Jackson was so famous. I don't have to tell you guys about him. I don't have to do any bio. I was up in the valley meeting a friend I haven't seen for very close to here haven't seen her in a year and a half. And we talked for almost 3 hours, so my voice is raw now. But I wanted to come up and film for you guys, so the day was totally eventful. Now, if you see, look at that, no stopping in this area. That sign says in this area. I've never seen a sign that says that before. That's how powerful the Jacksons were or are. They actually got someone to come out. They got the city to say you can't even stop in this area. Not just on a street, but in this whole area. Many places in LA have no stopping any time on the streets, but that means all the surrounding streets. That's how famous he was. I mean, I doubt Elvis pulled that at Graceland. In fact, fans were at that gate every day for 20 years at Graceland. And his Uncle Vester worked the gate and would say hi to people. And sometimes Elvis would come out, sometimes Verna would come out. I don't know. Okay, this little house is probably a little guest house on the property there. Anyway, that's Ventura Boulevard down that way. That, looking up Havenhurst, goes into the hills. See a little bit of the top of the mountain there. Again, I'm not going to spend 5 minutes talking about MJ because we all know about him. He died in Beverly Hills in a rental house that I also have a vlog on. But like I said, this is where he lived. This was the famous Havenhurst house. This beautiful house here across the way. He had this house. He had this house, the chimpanzee at this house, Bubbles the chimp. This was all the pre-Neverland stuff started. Like I say, he lived here till he was 30. Latoya, Jan lived here, Janet. All the brothers, Jermaine, who I've seen in Malibu. This was the family house. Joe and, I'm blanking on the mother's name. I apologize. I'll get it later. Catherine. Joe and Catherine. So, anyway, there's another beauty. This one's for sale. So no parking anywhere around here in the surrounding streets. I found one spot and I'm not sure that I could park there or not. But this particular street, Havenhurst, also, like I say, you come down the hill. So if you're taking the canyons, what we call the canyons from the west side. So for instance, when Michael Jackson was renting that Beverly Hills house that he died in, which was across the street from where Elvis lived until 72, he could just take the canyons, or his driver could take the canyons, work their way over to Havenhurst from the west side, or from Beverly Hills, and come down Havenhurst here to his family house while avoiding the freeway the whole way. And that's the way to do it. So this street is very popular, especially the last, I guess 30, 40 years during rush hour, morning and afternoon, because people who want to avoid the freeways come down this way. Again, sorry for the raspy voice. I was talking to my friend for a couple hours, a couple miles away, and I said, I'm going to do a video for my peeps and for myself. So anyway, that's the Jackson house on Havenhurst, or the big black gate, I should say. Let's see what this sign says about parking. Neighborhood watch. Our neighbors are watching and report anything suspicious. Yeah, I bet they do. Like some guy vlogging. I don't look like a criminal though, do I? I don't think. I don't have the dog today, but I still don't, I don't think I look suspicious. It's the ones who don't look suspicious that are normally suspicious, right? Never go with the stereotype. That house. Again, if I had that money, although, like I say, 1971, even the valley, quote unquote, the valley was, or at least this part was beautiful. I still would have, if I had that money, even in 71, I'd still prefer to live at the ocean, Malibu, Santa Monica, the Palisades, Brentwood, or Beverly Hills. But a lot of celebrities live up south of Ventura here. This is called south of Ventura, towards the mountain. And a lot of them live up here too. Ice Cube doesn't live far from here. I did a vlog on him. Tom Petty lived here in Encino for quite a long time. I got a vlog on his place as well. All right, folks, I think I'll leave it there. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for listening. Again, I'll say it again. If you enjoy the channel, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit the little bell icon. You'll be notified as to when I post. And please give the channel likes. I would really appreciate it. Okay, folks, I will see you at the next location. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.